Welcome to One Word a Day. I'm Sophie, your pilot into the universe of Chinese. Today's character, 鸟, means bird. Okay, uh, this is how Chinese, I guess, the mid-history, like from the beginning of the Chinese characters to today's abstraction. In the world, we call it a simplified Chinese, right? And Taiwan people use traditional Chinese. Cantonese people use traditional Chinese, which is more complicated writing. I should put in that version yet. But I grew up in the simplified Chinese, Mandarin Chinese culture. So this is Niao. Look like this. From this abstraction, you can hardly see it's Niao, right? Except, okay, this dot, we visualize it as it's the eye of the bird, the beady eyes of the bird. But you see the traditional Chinese got a lot more the mid history, like from the beginning to this point, the mid, sometimes 1,000 years ago, right? Somebody summarized Niao, was written like this. So you can see it got feathers, drapey, right? Quite feathery. For Chinese to use so many strokes repetitively to depict something, that's a lot. That means it's quite feathery. And then we have the bird's head, the eye, and the little, what do you call it? The little feet or claws of the bird, supposedly perching on a branch or twig or anywhere, right? So Niao is a Chinese character. And I want to show you because when I'm looking for the Niao character, I see so many different renderings of bird. And it's almost like it's not exactly children's writing, right? Because these were done, if it was cave, not cave, like a either carved on the turquoise shell or carved on a stone or painted on the cave or somewhere that got preserved through thousands of years, that we later researchers can gather different renderings from Niao. And you can see it's almost like a different types of Niao, right? And it's so cute. All these different versions of ancient societies, I guess artists back then, who come up, who want to record what they see in their lifetime, in their world, that came up with different ways to depict. And you can see, different ages come up with different things, but basically the peak for the most part of the bird starts from like facing the left, only this one facing the right. Of course, divergence at the beginning, and then eventually converge to, okay, people start to agree that this is the best version of the bird, almost like everybody sing the same song, and then whoever is the best singer or the best rendering of that song was used later on, like other versions just gradually die out. But it shows the beginning of the language, right? How diverse. And eventually we kind of standardized to this. And of course, this is one version still, right? Even till today, we have traditional and simplified Chinese, two versions ongoing. A little bit evolution of bird. Okay, just culturally, bird in English, we have birds and bees, right? Early sexual education. That's one way of expressing. So I guess birds and bees, I don't know exactly why this expression came to me, but Chinese culture also have the bird implied male genitals. So we use bird. Of course, like there are so many vocabularies, different ways to say something culturally inhibitive to say. But we have to come up with ways to express it without saying it, right? Euphemism. So bird is one of the characters somehow Chinese used to to mean male genitals. Okay. 天高任鸟飞 is one frequently used expression, means the sky is high, that 任 like allow, give you enough room for birds to fly. So 天高任鸟飞 simply means a big platform, a big space, big stage for you to perform, for talents to shine, something like that. And 我是一只小小鸟 is a popular pop song, probably in the 90s. And basically the description is, the protagonist, well, is a male singer describing this person's struggle in a city life. So I guess that's the era when China was going through industrialization, urbanization, and somebody was displaced, I guess intentionally, like out of their own will and choice to seek better life from small town to big city. I guess Americans familiar with this type of story as well, right? So this urbanization, you're going from somewhere, you have to leave your home to pursue something, and you feel so small. So you see Chinese don't hesitate to use repetition. 小小鸟 means small and small again, like a small, double small bird to give it a sense of a little bit of vulnerability, helplessness. This also is an individual, but still, like regardless of how small it is, bird is a free symbol of free. The bird can fly, right? Survival is one thing, but freedom is, more. So over here, this song was popular. It hit the chord with the people, the zeitgeist of that age 20 years ago, 20, 30 years ago. And so bird symbolize freedom. And the fate, okay, because birds can fly, so that fate and fly, okay, I find a little bit of sound similarity there. That it gives a lot of poetic meaning to attach to. So these are two examples. And 候鸟 simply is候means climate, means weather change. So Chinese use migration birds by combining like a weather bird means, or seasonal bird, you can see that type of birds that will show up in your sky only seasonally. It's not your local bird. They are the long distance travelers going in accordance with the sun's position. So 候鸟 is a Chinese, another expression. So this Chinese have all kinds of word plus meow to create the subcategories of bird. So there you go, bird. And when I'm choosing one picture to represent what bird is, I just entered bird into Unsplash. Okay, thank you, Unsplash, for all the amazing photos here that I picked this one. I feel like this, out of all the images of different types of bird, this is probably the freedom that I can see on a bird, because many of the birds are perched somewhere because that's easier to capture, right, on camera. But this bird is in flight, and actually look at the camera right there in that moment. What a rare chance. So I think this is kind of freedom that birds represent. All right, see you tomorrow. Thank you for your time.